Ooh, European Bakery Cafe. Yes, I'm shilling for a restaurant that I support. Yeah, so I'm at the European Bakery Cafe having a lovely omelet. And while it's not the classic Greek goddess that I used to have here back when I came here a lot, it's still a lovely omelet. And yeah, this is not a paid advertisement. It's just me shilling for a restaurant that I like. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I got poutine and a burger at Ted and Grace's, and I also got this. This is really interesting looking. Yeah, it's a cherry limeade. I think it's done with vodka, so yeah, it's nice. So yeah, I went and got burger and fries at Ted and Grace's just off the downtown, on the corner of 14th Street and 2nd Avenue West. Just right across kitty corner from the Legion. Yeah. Pardon me. Oh, yeah. Anyways, the menu is a little bit shorter than it used to be, and there's a lot of things missing. Their famous deep fried pickles, their mushroom caps, their sausage dog. Oh, their sausage dog is missing. But they do have the poutine. Yeah, and that's good. They got the mushroom Swiss burger, which is also good. They don't have the chicken burger. I'm disappointed they don't have the chicken burger. The chicken burger has been a Ted and Grace's specialty for decades. Oh, God, for decades. And the new people, hopefully they'll bring it back. But for now, they're going with a very simple menu. And they've called it their soft start menu. So I'm hoping that they'll bring back the classics. Ooh, yeah. I like the classics. Yeah. Right in the fire pit. I'm getting good at this. Ooh, yeah. So, yeah, it's not very common for me to shill for a restaurant. Even less common for me to shill for two restaurants in the same video. But yeah, I had to because I don't get up to the European Bakery Cafe nearly often enough. And Ted and Grace's is finally open. It's August. They normally open on the May 2-4 weekend. Yeah. But they seem to be back. New owners. Hopefully they will continue the tradition. I really hope so, because Ted and Grace's is an Owen Sound institution. It has been part of this city. I think the original stand was built sometime in the 1940s. Yeah, the 1940s. So it's old. It is old. It's about 80 some odd years old. Yeah. And yeah, Ted and Grace's has been part of Owen Sound since the 1940s. Yeah. And it's a beautiful morning here in the backyard. And I have to get ready for work soon, but before that, I just wanted to have a nice mug of hot tea. And try not to feed the mosquitoes. Yeah, the mosquitoes are very, very aggressive these days. But anyways, yeah. So I wanted to hit on a few things very briefly. One, incels. And guys who are obnoxiously rude to attractive women in particular, but all women in general. Yeah. Standing in line at Ted and Grace's, two lovely young ladies show up, and yeah. I nodded, said hi, asked them how their day was. Asked if they'd been at the beach. Yep, they'd been at the beach. And then I promptly ignored the ever-living fuck out of them because, yeah, they weren't there for me. They weren't there to show me that they were beautiful. They were there to get some fucking food. And to those of you guys who think that if a girl is wearing little, very little, like maybe just basic swimwear and a t-shirt over top, if you think that she's wearing that for you, dude, no. It's not for you, it's for her. She's probably been to the beach. It's a hot day. She's trying to keep cool. Leave her alone. Don't badger her. Don't pester her. Don't flirt with her unless she indicates in advance that she thinks you're kind of cute. And she will tell you. If she thinks you're kind of cute, she will tell you that she thinks you're kind of cute. Okay? Until she says that, though, just ignore the ever-living fuck out of her. Because that's actually what she wants. She wants to be left alone. Okay? She is not there to get attention. She is there to keep cool and order a burger and fries. Okay? Thank you. Note number 2. To evangelical fundamentalists, we already know about Jesus. Most of us are ex-Christians. Do not try to convert us. It doesn't work. Yeah. If you want to have a civilized conversation, we can have a civilized conversation. Your religion is not a problem. I have plenty of friends who happen to share your religion. They're good people. I have conversations with them all the time. The minute you start preaching at me, that's when we have a problem. Okay. And I have had to tell some friends of mine, please don't preach at me. I value your friendship. Please don't preach at me. I've heard this before. It didn't work the last time. It's not going to work this time. Okay? And they respected that. Because they're my friends. Yeah. So yeah, do not take every opportunity to preach at people because it's fucking rude. And I don't care if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, a Zoroastrian, a Hindu, a Buddhist, whatever. If you're there to preach at people, you should probably just sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to be preached at. Okay? Okay. All right. Third point. Maple MAGA. You want to be an American so badly? You know where the fucking border is. This will not be the 51st state. This is Canada. Please take your treason someplace else. Go talk to your paymasters in Langley, Virginia, and let them know that the check keeps fucking bouncing. Nobody here wants to talk about how great America is. We don't want to hear you telling us that the Canadian healthcare system needs to be replaced with an American-style private for-profit system that will price us out of healthcare. We don't want to hear that. We don't need to hear that. I enjoy the Canadian healthcare system. I enjoy my rights as a Canadian citizen. And yes, I enjoy my right to own a firearm, as long as I do so through proper legal channels. I got my PAL permit. Yeah. And yes, our gun control laws are stupid. They are badly thought up, knee-jerk reactions, rather than well thought out actual legislation planned in advance to make things better. And as a result, our gun control laws are complicated, convoluted, and mutually contradictory, to say nothing of internally contradictory. They're very stupid laws, and they need to be scrapped, overturned, removed, and replaced with a single, simple, comprehensive set of legislation that can be fit on a single 8x10. Yeah. And the mosquitoes are hungry. Fucking mosquitoes. Yeah. Sensible gun control laws that are not a knee-jerk reaction to some tragedy somewhere else. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, our gun control laws do need to be fixed. Our health care is wonderful. The only problem is it's underfunded because the conservatives, who incidentally are mostly in bed with MAGA at this point, have been deliberately defunding it for decades in order to get rid of it, and the liberals just haven't bothered to restore the funding whenever they've been given the opportunity. Because, yeah, liberals are not communists, they are capitalists. Liberals are capitalists. Thank you. Learn the difference. Learn what communism actually is. It's not shorthand for everything I don't like. It's a very clear set of principles, starting with the workers own the means of production. Yeah. And no, communism doesn't automatically mean the Stalin era, although the Stalin era was a horrific era. And no, Hitler was not a communist either. He was a fascist. He was an ultra-arch-conservative, reactionary fascist. Nazism is a violent reaction to all the progress that was being made in Germany in the 1920s. Basically, Hitler took one look at the feminists, the gays, the pacifists, the anti-war activists, the liberal socialists with their trade unions and their public health care, and he said, no, I want glory. I want the good old days when the nobles kicked the shit out of the peasants and the peasants kicked the shit out of the Jews. Yeah. He wanted to take Germany back to a bygone golden age that never actually happened. Because that's what fascism is. And that's what Nazism is. It's looking back at a golden age that never was. And taking all the bad parts of history and saying, I want to bring those back. Yeah. Yeah. So no, the liberals are not communists. Our gun control laws are not communist. They're capitalist. But they're also highly paternalistic. Very paternalistic because, yes, liberals tend to be very paternalistic. They tend to look at the common people as too stupid to take care of ourselves. The conservatives think of us as sheep to be fleeced or cattle to be slaughtered. The liberals think of us as children that need to be coddled and protected. And they're both fucking wrong. That's why I'm a socialist, not a liberal. Socialism acknowledges the fact that the proletariat knows what the fuck we're doing. We're not stupid. And yes, I am a liberal socialist. I am a labor socialist. I do own firearms. And no, being a socialist doesn't mean that you have to have pink hair. Being a socialist doesn't mean that you have to be trans. In fact, most socialists are not trans, and most transgender people are not socialist. Yeah. Some of them are actually fascist. Yeah. Yeah. So, no, if you're a Maple MAGA, I just want you to think about the one thing. You probably have to take medication for some kind of condition, maybe diabetes or some other kind of health issue caused by the fact that you are morbidly obese, because most Maple MAGA end up being morbidly obese by the age of 50. Yeah. So I just wanted to say, right now in Canada, thanks to public health care, you can afford your diabetic medication, whereas south of the border, diabetics are rationing their insulin because the American healthcare system allows pharmaceutical companies to artificially inflate the prices of everything, including insulin, which means that people down there ration their insulin and they die of insulin shock and ketosis, or whatever that is. That's when you don't have enough, or you have insulin in your system and you die. Yeah. American diabetics ration their insulin. Americans with infections ration their antibiotics, which means that their antibiotics ultimately fail and the bacteria come back stronger than ever, which makes them sicker and sicker and sicker, because in American healthcare, antibiotics are priced through the roof. Prices are again artificially inflated to maximize shareholder profits. But if you're a Maple MAGA and you really, really want to bring the American system to Canada, go live in the States for a year. Go live in Oklahoma for a year. And yeah, let's see how well you do down there. Yeah, I mean, yes, they do allow you to own an armload of automatic weapons with no checks or balances. So what? What is an armload of AR-14s going to do for you when your problem is diabetes, when your problem is an infected paper cut, when your problem is that you have stomach ulcers, when your problem is that your cancer is running wild on you? What is an armload of AR-14s going to do for you? It's not. Freedom isn't an armload of AR-14s. It's public health care. Public health care is freedom, because public health care means you don't have to be afraid all the time. You don't have to live in terror that you might not be able to afford the life-saving medication that you need to survive. Yeah. The TV show Breaking Bad is a very real portrayal of the American healthcare system, where people literally have to become drug dealers to get enough money to pay for their cancer treatment. It's not fun. It's not romantic. A trip to an American hospital costs $10,000, $20,000 easily. I had my gallbladder removed, and it literally cost me the $3 in bus fare to get to the hospital. Yeah. I looked it up, and getting my gallbladder removed in any predominantly Republican state starts at $15,000. Plus extras, because they itemize your bill for the oxygen that's used, for the drugs that are used to knock you out. They overcharge you for every single facet of your surgery. Instead of your doctor being paid and your medical expenses being paid out of a common pool that everybody chips into, you have to pay it yourself out of pocket. Yeah. 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 That's the American style system that you want to bring to Canada. And my answer is no. If you want to be an American, you know where the border is. Go south, go live in America, go be an American somewhere in America. And let's see how well your armload of Armalite penis extenders, let's see how well that helps you get your cancer treated. Keep your diabetes in check. Deal with the infected paper cut on your hand. Yeah. I just killed the mosquito before it had a chance to land and drink. Yeah. Bye-bye, mosquito. Yeah. Yeah. We don't want private, for-profit, American-style health care here in Canada. And if you want it, you know where the border is. Leave. That's all I have to say on the topic. In the meantime, for all you good and loyal Canadians, love yous all. Oh, especially you, yes. You should come over more often. Have a few drinks. Absolutely. We have a hot tub now. You know who you are. Absolutely. Come on over. Ta-ta.